Good evening. I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. We're going to go right into the topic, family. We're changing up the style a little bit here, and we'll get to your comments later. We salute everybody and greetings for those who have showed up to the live stream. And we're here to build a bridge between veterans so we can work together here at the H-Town Vet. We have a standard operating procedure, just like the military, our SOP that we go by to keep order. The topic for tonight, we usually go over the topic, VA law update, veteran news, channel information, and the after party. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. The topic tonight that we're discussing is, are veterans with federal hiring preferences being targeted by DOGE? All right. Are veterans with federal hiring preferences being targeted by DOGE? So let's get into it tonight, family. And we appreciate y'all for showing up. Thank you. Can hear it. We're going to get right into the information. Then we'll cover the comments. First here, that we're going to define what it is. Veteran hiring preferences. Veterans may be eligible for hiring preferences in federal government and some other hiring contexts or situations. This preference recognizes the skills and the experience gained through military service. And this specifically relates to federal jobs, because the federal government is the one that set up the program. So they're the ones that offer the jobs. The second thing, how to be eligible for the program. What type of veterans are eligible for the program? Who is eligible for veteran preferences? Well, one, veterans who are disabled. Disabled veterans qualify. Veterans who receive a campaign badge or Purple Heart qualifies also. Veterans who were discharged or released under honorable conditions. Veterans who served on active duty during certain time periods or campaigns. Like Desert Storm, I was in Desert Storm, that's one of those time periods. Let us continue. Number 3, how does the program work when it comes to veteran preferences? Okay, how does the veteran preference program work? Well, veterans may be placed at the top of, let's say when you're going for a job, and if it's a federal job, the veteran may be placed at the top of the referral list. All right. Next thing, veterans may receive additional points on exams. And a third quality is veterans may be selected for positions without going through the entire interview process. Now, they usually get a veterans 10 points. They usually get a veterans 10 points. Some federal jobs, like for the post, you could be working for the post office. Many people work for the post office. That's a federal job. You can get the 10-point preference there. You can work for the Internal Revenue Service or the IRS. You can get preferences there. TSA, you can get preferences, I believe, there also, because I believe that that's federal. Let me know if that's not the case. When you're going through the airport, those people that check you, your bags and everything, because I think TSA is a part of Homeland Security. But government hiring freeze is taking place now. So how did that affect these veterans with their preferences? Okay, now that's interesting. Government hiring freeze. For those you may know or may not know, that the president, when he came into office, the first thing he did was put on a hiring freeze. Say by the authority vested in me as president, by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, I hereby order a freeze on the hiring of federal civilian employees to be applied through the executive branch. As part of this freeze, no federal civilian position that is vacant at noon on January 20th, 2025 may be filled. No new position may be created except as otherwise provided for in this memorandum or other applicable laws. Okay. Now, family, so this he got right on the ground. President Trump got right on the ground freezing. And you can go on the website of the White House and you can find these documents. It's straight from the now we talked about several times how through the DOGE program, not only are they freezing job hirings, they're also cutting jobs, right? And the DOGE is affecting a lot of people from what we see on television from getting these jobs. Veterans also. Not only did they do a freeze on job hiring, they froze the accounts that they used to buy things with through the VA, VA employees. They put it on a dollar limit on it, pretty much making it a freeze. Now we're going to do a reaction video, but now that we went over the information, let's catch up with the family, okay? Let's get here with the family. We want to see, because I want to get the information out the way because when people watch it recorded, I want to make sure that they got the information first. Because when I notice when I clip that part, some of it out, they're able to get the information because that's what a lot of people are doing. Let's get to the family here. Tonight, we got Kevin Colbart Sr., our brother, saying, good evening, veteran family. He's first in the house. On his anniversary. Are you still in Tennessee, brother? Are you still in Tennessee? Because I don't think you're in Memphis. You told me you was in, what's that other one? H-Town Vet. I say, good evening, veteran family. I will go over the topic, then read comments, which I'm doing. Now, Betty Bob say, H-Town, hello, and happy Tuesday. Yes, indeed. I'm happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. Because, sometimes we have bad days. We have stressful days. Kevin said he could hear me when I asked him about the sound. Now, let me know if the music is okay, too. Now, Betty Bob says, hello, Kevin Colbart Sr. How's the missus? And we thank Kevin Colbart Sr. and his wife for their $10 donation. I forgot to put it on the thing, but it'll be on the next live stream because I'll usually post it up there. So we thank you for the $10 from you, brother Kevin Colbart Sr. and the Mrs. Colbart, her $10 donation. And we appreciate when the veterans and the family participate in the program. It means a lot. Now, Kevin Colbart Sr. say, Betty Bobs, we are great. Thank you. And Kevin Colbart Sr. says, Betty Bobs, how are you doing? Now, that's the important thing. Now, we want to know how you doing. Now, we got Charleston Zimmerman says, thanks, Goddess. Some sanity with H-Town family. Yes, that's why we have it here. That's why we do it this way. And I want to know, we got a Randy Moore in here. Say hello to all. We just recognizing a new person. Show love to Randy. Randy, I think this is your first time, right? Let us know, or you haven't been in a while. Now, see, that's why we don't want troll situations. We don't want situations where people are playing games in it, because we have serious issues and struggles and problems that we deal with as veterans. We have claims that we're trying to do. Now, listen what Betty Bob say. Sorry, I've seen better days. But you come to the right place, Betty Bobs, because we here for you. We glad. You know what I'm glad about with Betty Bobs? That touched me to my heart. You know, I ain't trying to get you all emotional, Betty Bobs, okay? But she said, I was watching for a while, and then I chose to come up. I chose to come up and start being a part of the chat room. If you have the energy, Betty Bobs, if you don't, it's okay, because I know you're not feeling as good as you usually do. What made you eventually come up? If I may have asked you this before, what made you come up and want to speak in the chat when you hadn't done for a long time? You just sit back and observe. What made you do that, Betty Bobs? She said, hello, Charleston Zimmerman from Betty Bobs. Then we got Charleston Zimmerman says, hello, Betty Bobs. Sorry to hear you were under the weather. Hope you see better days. And we all wish that for it. And for people to speak, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give people one chance to speak, like Brother Randy. Now, if you want to continue to chat, brother, we have rules, but you get to you say hi, and we'll show you the rules. And if you agree to them, you'll be all right, okay? So let us know if you can hear me, Randy. Randy, let me know if you hear me. So we're so glad that you're here, Randy. Now, Bionic Woman, good evening. Now, this is what my sister, she gives out the evening address. You understand? She says, good evening, Mr. H-Town vet and veteran family. Welcome to all newcomers to the channel. Hope everyone has power and are okay from the wind. Power went out the day, 2 days ago when we had, we had the live stream earlier today, went off 3 times. How's your power? Everybody, if you got power, put an electric boat in the chat, or just say you got power, put the word power in the chat. Let us know if you have power. Because I can't y'all get to put all kind of emojis, I can't. So if you got power, let us know. If you don't have power, say no power. Now, and this is when she said all newcomers, talking about you, Randy, talking about you. Let us know your branch of service. If you don't mind, Randy, and anybody else that's new to the channel, let us know your branch of service, state or country you're living in. Let us know. Okay, let us know if y'all got power, because we know Pennsylvania, that's snow and those snowstorms. So that's for y'all too. Let's see what we got here. Now, Bionic Woman say, welcome, Randy. Betty Bob say, Randy, hi. And then Brother say, sorry to tell, we all veterans are under attack. Alibaba, I think I heard that before. Alibaba, what is it? You know what Charleston is? Charleston is a comedian. Charleston is a comedian. You know who he remind me of? The great comedian Carl. How you say his name? Carl something. Man, this man, he would tell the truth and make you laugh. That's who Charleston is. Oh man, I can't. Something Carson. I can't say his name. Not Johnny Carson. I'm talking about Carl somebody. We used to wear a beard. Real knowledgeable, sharp on everything dealing with the United States and the world. Oh man, he say Trump's personal lawyer said veteran hired don't really work in federal jobs. She seems to imply that those positions are really charity positions. I had to jump down. I'm gonna get to everybody. So the topic that we're covering tonight, that's what we're trying to clarify, family. Are veterans with federal hiring preferences being targeted by DOGE and the White House itself because of the fact that we get preferences to work on these federal jobs. But I've shown y'all video after video, news report after news report, that a lot of veterans are saying they're the ones that are losing their job. But my question is, are they just pigeonholed, just focusing on the veterans? They say it's about 37% of the people losing their jobs are veterans. I would assume that's a high amount. Now, a Bionic Woman says, hi. Oh, Lord, hold on. Give me a second. Where y'all at? Give me a second, family. Oh, boy. Give me a second. I got to pull y'all. Okay. Whew. That phone rang and it, I might have turned this old joke off. That phone rang. Give me a second here, family, since we got through with the information. So if you missed it, go back and listen, because we're going to go over the information from here on out first, and then we're going to start taking comments. That way it'll help people that's watching record it. Some people just want to hear the information. Some want to hear the information and what we're doing. Now we don't have to rush through anything because it's all about us. We got that information out of the way within the first 5 to 10 minutes. Let me see what I'm gonna do with this. I wish I knew how to put my phone on what do you call it? Put it on sleep or rest. Hold on. As soon as I'm about to look at the phone, y'all start smashing that like button. Y'all knew what was coming next. If you haven't done so far, smash that like button. So tell us a little bit about yourself. If you're still in the room, Brother Randy, let us know, because I know you've been here before. Let us know, because you're welcome here. Now, Brother Charleston says, hi, Bionic Woman. And then Bionic Woman say, hi, Kevin. Hope you are feeling well. Yes, indeed. H-Town, we got power. Let's see what we got here. Oh, she got that battery. So put that battery. I like that. Bionic Woman says she got power too. Kevin Colbert Sr. say, I am doing better. Praise God that you're doing better. Kevin says he has power. Charleston say, power, all good. Now, let's see what our sisters say. H-Town, I had surgery on the 23rd of December, 2025. I was sick listening to you and reading, and you made me laugh, joking. Look, let me finish reading. He said, a month later, I felt better and decided to talk. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. I had something to say and share. Okay. Yes. Guess what? Now, sister, if that's the case, look, I'm about to troll. Y'all. So you had your surgery. Now, you didn't wash no dishes right after that surgery, did you? I'm messing with you. See, I appreciate you. So I said, I don't mean to necessarily always be humorous. It's just part of who I am. You know, my family are I'm not the most comedic person in my family. Trust me. You talk to my grandmother, my great grandmother, man. Oh, my aunt Leola. Now, Betty Bob's 2024. Okay. Betty Bob say, I had power cut off here 2 hours. Okay. What day? Was it today? So whatever happened in other states, our power get cut off, and it was 64 degrees and sunny today. I don't know if they'd run a test. I don't know if that's some type of, how can you call it? Like a viral thing? Like they have some computer virus or something out there? I'm wondering about that. Family, I'm going to tell y'all something. The subscribers are starting to come. So the way we're doing it and the passion that we're doing on these programs and the way that the chat communicates, educates, and support, you can't get that nowhere else. Huh? because I have a group of people here. That's why I've always wanted to be around competent people. Huh? We don't have to be perfect. We're human beings. You know I'm a human being. You know how I can flip real quick, but y'all don't judge me for that. Y'all say, oh, H-Town gonna simmer down in a second. Y'all know I'm crazy. I ain't gonna say I'm crazy, but you know, I got problems. How about that? Now, Betty Bob say, hi, Bionic Woman. Then Brother Charleston Zimmerman say 61 degrees here today. Was sunny. I enjoyed the outside. Wonderful. Now, Betty Bob say, UT was today, the power was cut off 2 hours. Oh, now did you lose any food? Let me tell y'all something. Whenever you have food spoilage, you can call your home insurance and you can tell them, you know, that you lost the food, and they can give you that without a regular claim. That's just a food claim for those of you that don't know. Who know about the food claim? Who know about the food claim through your homeowner's insurance that you can call and they can see you that money right away? Who knew about that already? Give us a why in the chat if you knew already. If you didn't know, put a question mark in the chat if you didn't know. Put a why in the chat if you knew. H-Town knew that. Yeah, they have now. Where you at? I want come on in. Where my buddy at? We ain't heard from him no more. Where you at? Randy, where you at? We missing you, Randy. So you had never heard of that. Okay, put a question mark. Yes, indeed. See, that's why you come here to the H-Town Vet. We're going to tell you stuff about veteran benefits. We're going to tell you stuff about everyday life. Anytime your power's out long enough to just spoil your food, they're supposed to. I had like 2 claims this year, 2 or 3 claims last year. The last one is getting irritated. I say, I'm not the reason the power come out. You know, they start talking about receipts and not the. Well, the first time they didn't say nothing, but I guess because it kept happening. But I say, check the power, you know. And I told them, but they usually do it right away. And if your insurance give you trouble with it, you need to get rid of that insurance. So Betty Bops didn't know, neither did Brother Charleston. Now, family, as we stated, we're going to get into this reaction video dealing with the question. All right. What is the question, family? And let me get my little setup going so y'all can have my little logo on here because I don't put it on the whole time. And we're going to turn the music off, of course. So the question is, are veterans with federal hiring preferences being targeted by DOGE? Wouldn't that be discriminating against veterans? Especially since one of the groups is disabled veterans, would that be discriminating against disabled veterans? But we're going to see, and this is a reaction video, so we'll talk through it, and y'all can be chatting or whatever. But we're going to see where you stand. We go through different news groups because some of them can be biased. So we might cover Fox News, CNN, because they tend to. You know, Fox didn't have a conservative slant, and CNN and MSNBC tends to have a liberal slant, but then they can do either way. Now, but the Hill, I don't know. Y'all let me know if you think the Hill is conservative, put a C in the chat, okay? All right. If you think the Hill, the news publication, is liberal, put a L in the chat. I'll put the. So now let's see so this is what I want y'all to do. So let us know once we get to them. Y'all may know. Now, Brother Charleston says, my question is, why do civilians hate veterans? This is going to be a live stream. Oh, Lord. You think they're liberal. So Brother Army George say he think they're liberal. Okay. He says, hi to all vets, hi H-Town and all vets. Now, so Army George says he thinks that they're liberal, that the Hill. What do y'all think? Do y'all think the Hill is more liberal, you know, believe in more liberal programs like the Democrats, or they're more conservative like many Republicans? All right. So Brother Charleston say that in his opinion, they're more conservative. That they're the one that's going to be giving an article tonight. Now, here's the thing. Let's see. And so Betty Bob say, Army George, hello. Family, this channel is starting to blow up. You know we're close to 2,000 subscribers. Most channels don't. So Betty Bob says she think they're conservative. So we got one think they're liberal. And then we got two, Brother Charleston, Brother Army George think that they're liberal. And then we got Brother Charleston that says they're conservative, and Sister Betty Bob said they're conservative. But we got to watch that because they both in the Navy people. So, Bionic Woman, see, that's that Navy slant. I don't know. Y'all look at stuff differently. Now, here we go. Bionic Woman. Hi, Army George. Oh, man. See, that's why we got to be here for each other. This is why we got it, because I feel down some days. I get on here with y'all. I ain't got time to be dealing with y'all. I got stuff going on in my life. Let's see. Let's see. I got to take this banner off, so do apologize. Now, here we go, family. Now, tonight, like I said, we're going to watch this video, and let me see. Let me know if you haven't told me yet. Let me know what the temperature is where you're at. I've heard it from a few people. So anybody else, y'all just come in the room. Let us know what the temperature is where you're at. We're going to get this video up. Give me a sec. I got to get past the commercial, of course. Now, fam, let me see what I got here. So let's see. Now, so what Bionic Woman, let's see. Bionic Woman said in Dallas it's 60 degrees. Here in my area, it is 67 degrees, a low of 56 in the Houston area. Now, Army George say was 60, now it's 45. Okay, Army George. That's still kind of low, man. You know he's in a cold area. He called and said it was 3 degrees one day, I think. Family, we about to see the reason we doing it this way. That way we gotten over the information. For those that didn't see, please go back and watch the beginning of the video, because we're going to be going over the information first. Then we're going to have time to talk, because I didn't want to do a lot of the talking or reading comments in the beginning, because I don't have to cut the video up and make it smaller, because I want to make sure other people are watching, you know, because some people just want to hear the information. So I want to make it simple for them. Now let's see. We're going to pull up the presentation here. And let's see, this is the first part of the video seemed very interesting. So I hope they give us the information that we need. Now let's get into it, fam. This is our reaction video. Let's get ready for it. And as usual, we want to make sure that we know fair use. This is for educational purposes and to inform my fellow veterans of what's going on with issues related to them. Now, Kevin Cobar Sr. say it is 55 degrees and windy in Memphis. You know what? It's kind of hot here, and that's 67 pretty high for me. As soon as I get this here started, we got to turn that air conditioner on. I forgot to turn that air back on. So let's get started, family. Thank you for your patience with us, and let's talk about it. So that's the question that they're bringing up. They have the same issue. So getting ready to watch this video. What is the Hill saying? Should veteran preferences in federal government be on the chopping block? Now, Love say he just arrived. Show some love to love. And our brother Charleston say, hi, love. Now let's get to the video, family. Give me a thumbs up. Once the video starts, give H-Town a thumbs up. to let me know that the video, you can hear it clearly.
Hey, you got to see this. I've been giving this report.
Oh, first, I forgot to say, we got to have the Dougie Talks. What you call it, Dougie Talks? Like our brother Charleston, he helped us coin the phrase Dougie Talks. We gotta start off with a Dougie Talk, family. You know, Doug, he's the gift that keeps on giving. So let's hear from our congressman, the secretary of the VA. Let's get these Dougie Talks out the way. This report brought by The Hill, the news organization. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let's get to it. So you can hear it, okay? Brother Charleston and our bionic woman can hear it. Thank you so much. Time for the Dougie Talks. And then they're going to get into...
Hey, you got to see this. I've been giving this report. It says we were taking millions of contracts in dollars in contracts to create things like PowerPoint slide and meeting minutes. Folks, if you don't know how to run PowerPoint slides, learn. It's a tutorial on your computer. Go learn for free. It's okay. Take your own notes. Wow, I'll send you one of my pencils if you need one, but we're not paying millions of dollars for consultants to do this for us.
That was Veterans Affairs Secretary Doug Collins on the Trump administration's latest cost-cutting efforts, slashing spending at the VA. DOGE is set to cut 875 contracts, totaling $2 billion worth of savings per.
Now, so that's the thing here. Now think about it. They saying they spending that much on PowerPoints. That's a lot of money, ain't it? Do you believe them? Betty Bob says she can hear too. So let's get to it.
Collins
alleged core services at the VA aren't going to be touched. But among programs that are cut, healthcare services, cancer programs, and even burial funding assistance are on the chopping block. What's more, jobs. Thus far, it's unclear how many veterans have been fired or will be. But per federal data, veterans make up 28% of the federal workforce. So they make.
All right, he can hear it. Now, what they're saying here, I don't know how much to believe the Hill. That's why I'm asking y'all. So they're saying we make up about 28% of the federal workforce. All right, so we at least want we could say almost about between a quarter and a third, about 1/4 of the workforce at the federal level. All right. Now another group that I'm a part of, that's a part of it, Black people make a large sum of the federal workforce because it's hard to get jobs anywhere else unless we start our own business, because people don't really hire us like that. Now, so that's another group that I fall in that'll be impacted. Now, then they saying they talking about cutting some of the other programs. They talking about it. Where's it in writing? Because Doug said he's not cutting any of that benefits and what she's talking about. So let's go back on what she just said.
Thus far, it's unclear how many veterans have been fired or will be. But per federal data, veterans make up 28% of the federal workforce. So they made that up in 2024. Just today.
No, I didn't catch the part I want to catch.
Programs and even burial funding.
Now listen to what she's saying.
Alleged core services at the VA aren't going to be touched. But among programs that are cut, healthcare services, cancer programs, and even burial funding assistance are on the chopping block.
Now, what does she mean by they're on the top chopping block? What does that mean? She said they're going to be cut. Then she flipped back and said it's on the chopping block. So which is it? Have they cut the programs or is it on the chopping block? Come on now, family. I hear weasel words. That's why I'm asking. I don't know if they're conservative or whatever. Make sure I give them a little display on that. So I'm confused, family. This is a reaction video, reaction. So he say, very bad decision, laying off veterans, adding to the unemployment rate. Yes. Now, Love say the economy is bad enough, going to get worse. Okay. Now, Army George said, I don't believe her. Hopefully they'll come up with some information man, I don't know. That's some heavy stuff she's talking. Talking about burial services. You gonna cut out burial services for veterans? This is stuff that'll get you in a panic, right? Man. Now, cuts on the way, chopping block. On the way, not Dougie tell, I keep calling him Dougie. Yeah, Doug Collins say it ain't none. Now, Charleston say RIF, Reduction in Force Program. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but they talking about some of our benefit program. But Army George say, I don't believe it. And he the one that said this must be a liberal thing. A couple of y'all say it's a conservative news outlet. Let us continue. I need to fix this, family. Give me a second. Because I wanted to have it where my logo is on there. So just give me a second. Because I'm kind of... All right, there we go. Now it's working. Let's see what happened here. Now it's working. There you go. Now let me get back to y'all chat, see if y'all said something. Now look, he say, look what Love say. Doug is doing too much. Look, I you don't like y'all writing all caps, but I get it. Hold on, y'all. We gotta believe in Doug. Come on now, we gotta believe in Doug. Has he lied to us yet? Huh? He say he was shaking people's hand as they went into their jobs. Look, and it was funny when I showed y'all the video. He sure was shaking a lot of black hands. He was kind of overdoing it. It's like, you know, when we've always had the joke in the black community, when a fireman come out the building, he has a little black baby in his hands, you know, and politicians like kissing little black babies and stuff. So come on now. Now let's see what he says here. Charleston say, went through this 1995 base closure. You remember, don't you? Yes, you remember. Rose City D in the house. He say, good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. Salute. Huh? He said hello to Rose City D. Rose City D say, love, hello. And then love say DOGE. DOGE need a scalpel, not the buzz saw. Doing too much. Yeah, they need a scalpel. They need to do surgery. Simple surgery. Not use no hacksaw, no buzz saw. And Rose City D say Charleston Zimmerman, evening. Oh, y'all cutting up y'all speaking. I'm gonna let y'all speak. Let's get to the information. Y'all keep chatting with each other. What's more, jobs. Thus far, it's unclear how many veterans have been fired or will be, but per federal data, veterans make up 28% of the federal workforce, so they made that up in 2024. Just today, California Representative Derek Tran introduced a bill that would try to protect veterans from being laid off by DOGE. Here to dive into this further is Allison Jaslow. She's an Iraq war veteran and the CEO of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. Welcome, Allison.
Illuminate your yard with a new landscape light collection from Jellyfish Lighting. Light up walkways, landscaping, or any outdoor space with bright color-changing lights you can control through an app on your phone. Our range of lighting styles makes it easy to highlight your favorite parts of your yard. The best part? They integrate with the Jellyfish permanent lighting system so you can make your home the brightest on the block. Request a free quote and talk design options for your home today.
Introducing the FilterSorb Whole House Water Conditioner, a complete home water filtration and conditioning system by Pure Again Water. Calcium and magnesium are healthy minerals found in your home's water supply. However, when these ions are heated, they can wreak havoc on your home, causing hard water and scale buildup in your pipes and appliances. In the past, traditional salt-based water softeners have been used to soften water. However, these systems require a lot of maintenance, waste thousands of gallons of water, and the sodium can damage your home over time. This is why we've created a salt-free system that requires no bulky tank, uses no electricity, and wastes no water, while providing clean, conditioned, great-tasting water throughout your home. Here's how it works. When water enters the system, it will travel through 2 carbon block filters, which will remove up to 99% of chlorine from the water, as well as any other harmful contaminants. After the water is purified, it then enters the 3rd stage, which contains the FilterSorb SP3 media, where it undergoes a process called nucleation-assisted crystallization.
Thank you for having me, Linda.
Allison, I think that our viewers might be interested just to understand this a bit further. I'm not sure
Sorry
that
about the
people were
commercial.
aware that just over a quarter of the federal workforce is actually veterans. Talk to us about
Apologize for that commercial, fam. Sorry.
that preference and hiring and what that looks like. Why is it that the U.S. government has prioritized this?
Sure. So not every veteran, retires from active duty, and not every veteran was even ever on active duty. But many of them are inspired to serve in public service. So if they get off of active duty, or maybe simultaneously while they're in the Guard and the Reserves, many of them are federal employees. I think it's great that our nation also gives preference to veterans, because our nation also acknowledges that they are the veterans are worth investing in, that we are great workers, that the talent that we're investing in also with the post 9/11 GI Bill is talent that is good for our country and good for our nation's bottom line, which is why you see nearly 30% of federal employees being veterans today. And, it's definitely concerning that indiscriminate cuts to the federal workforce could unfortunately put veterans out of their jobs.
I guess I'm going to press you to defend this a little bit more. I've heard anecdotally from numerous people who work in the federal government that trying to get around the veterans preference in hiring is very difficult and makes government run inefficiently, because it is hard to when they have someone in mind they want to hire for a position, the fact that if they list the position that it's available, it will get filled by veteran, and they have to consider veterans first. If these people, many veterans are, of course, fantastic workers, certainly, and should have a equally fair shot at employment in the federal government. But to prefer them, isn't that no difference from preferring people from other reasons that the Trump administration doesn't want to have preferences for, race or anything of that nature?
Great question. So what he's saying is that a form of DEI? Are veterans, are we considered to be some kind of minority group? Have you ever thought of it that way, family? Huh? Or does the president see us as another minority group that have special privileges? And I'm not saying that he does. I'm just raising the question. Could some people in Congress see us? Are you a veteran getting an unfair advantage over those that are not? You getting all these tax breaks. You get, some of you that disabled, you don't pay taxes on your house, your cars. No, I ain't gonna say cars. Your VA compensation. Do you have an unfair advantage? Talk to me, family. Benny in the house say, Benny say, H-Town, what's going on, Benny? So glad to have you here. I got to go back up to my sister Betty Bops. She says, she say, you realize veterans work a civilian, including disabled vet jobs, and a lot of companies are closing. What's that? Jones, Kroger's, Kohl's, to name a few that have lost their jobs. Go. Yes, indeed. Betty Bob said hello to Rose City D. Then Love say that let me pull this over so I don't have to look to the side. Love says we are near a recession. Next will be the depression because of inflation. Who do you blame for that? Kevin Colbert Sr. says salute to Rose City D. I ain't reading all the greetings, but I'll read a couple of them if I can. Charlton say, family, did you get a survey letter from the VA healthcare about DG Insight? What's DG? What's DG Insight? Tell me what the DG stand for. Love say. I think I was seeing if I read that already. You have veterans that want to help other veterans and getting laid off just don't make sense. Need to find the veterans other jobs because everybody's not 100%. Then Benny says Rose City D. Then we got Charleston say hi, Benny. Then we have Rose City D saying Benny, because they know each other. Benny, the one brought Rose City D in the phone. You brought around good people, man, and we appreciate you for that. Because y'all family here. Benny says Charleston Zimmerman. Benny says Betty Bops. Benny say Bionic Woman. Betty Bops say Benny hi. Now he said, DOGE, I'm guessing. I thought that's what you was talking about until I am proven wrong. Let me go back up to your comment because you made a very interesting comment. Say, family, I'm going back to his comment from earlier now that I know what he mean by DG. Family, did you get a survey letter from VA Healthcare, from DG, from DOGE Insight? Let me ask you this here. If they sent you a letter, like they sent the employees letters asking you why do you deserve your benefits, would you respond to it? Why should you be justified and keep getting the benefits that you get as a veteran at the VA hospital? And if you're getting VA compensation, would you respond to Elon Musk? Would you respond to the president? Do you think they have a legitimate reason to ask you why you should get that? If they were to do that, I'm just speaking hypothetical. Now, I don't answer the surveys. I don't trust them. Bionic Woman, hi, Benny. Good to see you. Okay. Betty Bob say, Charlton Zimmerman, yes, I did receive that letter. I received one too. I don't think I opened it up. Yeah, I did. I just didn't read it. Big corporation involve just layoffs, no matter what or who. Okay. Now, that would be some bull. Now you said you ain't liking that. If they was to ask you some questions about whether you deserve your benefits and how you spend your time, would you respond? I think some of you veterans will go off. Now let's get back to it, family. Let's see what they're talking about, okay? And thank you for your support, kindness, and patience. Let's get back to it. What did you see? You say H-Town. I did see the same thing you did. What did I just say? What did I say I saw? What was that, Betty Bobs? Tell me what it is. Because my memory is so short. Was it dealing with the letter? Or what did I say? Let me know.
I'd say a couple of things. One, I first of all have not been a federal government hiring manager. My only time in federal government service was either where these rules didn't apply, or when I was in the military, 15 years ago. But, I think that veterans preference is something that we put into place as a country because, again, as I mentioned before, we value the talent of those who've served and also their commitment to our country, and that they will walk into the ranks of, the federal workforce no differently than they walked into the ranks of the United States military. And I think as a nation, we would want to have those committed public servants to be serving as a part of the federal government workforce.
Allison, clearly there's a real human impact that is occurring here. And I'm interested to hear from you. What are you hearing from veterans? What are they experiencing right now, whether they have lost their jobs or they are worried about losing their jobs?
Well, I think a lot of veterans are hopeful that veterans preference will protect them in this moment. I don't know that we have those guarantees quite yet. So I think there's a lot of watching and waiting. And I think veterans are no different than the average federal employee, experiencing a lot of anxiety in a moment like this. But we already have examples of veterans who have been laid off as a part of the desire to shrink the federal workforce. And that's unfortunate. You have folks who have given a lot to this country who are losing their jobs to make a political point. And, I think it's a tragedy, not just in this moment, but I think, our nation's veterans, but also specifically my generation of veterans, have been subjected to a lot because of our nation's politics over the last 20 years. And this is just another sad example of that.
Let's talk about reforms to the VA, which gives many important vital services to veterans, although there have also been complaints over the years about how slow it can be, how inefficient, that sort of thing. What is...
Okay, fam, I think he's about to get into the benefits that we got, because remember, they made claims earlier about them putting things on the chopping block. They made claims about putting our VA compensation on the chopping block. They made claims about putting our VA healthcare on the chopping block. They made claims about putting burial services on the chopping block. Remember, those are the three parts that Dougie is a part of. I hope I ain't disrespect. I don't mean disrespect the congressman, but I'm just because I have a lot of respect for him. But I like that term he said, Dougie. Now let's see here. We'll see the D say. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Oh, okay. Now listen to what Love say. VA cuts is going to affect everything: scheduling, doctor appointments, long wait times for everything, including decisions on benefits. It's just a big mess. Now, they say no doctors have been let go. They've let go other people, but not doctors. Now, let's see. Look what Kevin Kobar Sr. says. I wonder if they served in our military. Well, now y'all don't y'all start talking about my president. All right, don't you talk about my president. He's our president now, so he didn't go because he said he had shin splints from playing athletics in high school or college, and so he said he couldn't go to Vietnam. He couldn't go. President Trump. So he had played sports, so he couldn't go. He probably wanted to, but his shin. He went to court and said his shin splints wouldn't let him go when he got his draft card. Now, Rose City D, I can't afford eggs, brother. He said, don't put all the eggs in one basket. You can't afford to have two baskets because you ain't got that many eggs. Now, Rose City D cut up, boy. Listen to what he say, when you shrink the workforce, it's bad for business. That's what they say. Athletics, shin splints for playing pocket pool. Now he wasn't playing, he was like playing, what's that game? Cricket and stuff like that, or rugby or something. I think he played rugby. So rugby, you can get hurt in rugby. That'll keep you out the military, won't it? I wish I'd have known. I'd have went and played some sports. I'd have told him my feet hurt, man. Yeah, he did. See, I know y'all gonna try to drag the president. See, y'all military. That's why y'all dragging him, because y'all military. The only reason y'all dragging him because y'all served. Y'all are beating up on the president because he has shin splints. Now, Kevin Colbert Sr. say shin splints for sitting down too long. I know I shouldn't have said nothing. See, but it's the truth, Okay, I know I shouldn't have said nothing. Because y'all gonna drag my president. Now, Love say VA needs people to schedule everything. They're laying off people on the front line. Now, this is true. Now, Rose City D laughing at Kevin Colbert Sr. He laid down too long. Man, y'all ain't got now. Let's get back to the video, family. As we said before, fair use, fair use. Oh, it was fair use. Fair use. You saw the little thing. Sorry about that. Let me get back to it. All right. Give me a second here. For those you don't know, we're watching a reaction video. Fair use, fair use. It's for educational purposes. Now, Betty Bob, she went in on, let's see what Betty Bob's talking about. She said, love. You got to let them know about the Mission Act and the Complete Mission Act. They have 27 days to schedule that appointment. Send an email to VA Hospital Patient Advocate. Yeah, so you need to find out who your advocate is if you're having a problem with appointment. Because I remember we were on the news down here in Houston. Because you know how long it was taking them to give appointments? Brothers and sisters, it was taking them a very long time. Months and sometimes years. And people had passed before they got to their VA appointment. Several veterans here in Houston had passed, and they was complaining about the ailment. So if you are in a situation as a veteran, and I thank you for saying that, Betty Bops, and you are in a situation, if you're in that situation where you need an appointment, go to the emergency room. She said patient advocate, and this is what she says, then contact the VA White House. The VA White House. Where the VA White House at? Okay, now, family, we got 17 people here. We thank y'all for coming and joining us, and we're going to keep this thing going. Let us continue on what they're talking about here. And we appreciate y'all support, family. Let me minimize this. And we're going to get back to the video at hand. Now that I think they're going to talk about our benefits.
Is your view on?
Now, do us one favor, if you don't mind. Do us one favor. Hold on, I'm looking for that. I'm looking. Give me a second here. I gotta mute y'all for a second. Give me a second. Those likes, we got 12 likes. We got 16 people in the room, family. Smash that like button. Now we got 13. Smash that like button, family. Y'all see it right here on the wall. Look over right over in the corner, right? Smash that like button. See that right there? Smash that like button. We're gonna get back to this. We want y'all to smash that. We're gonna start the video back, y'all. We want y'all to smash that like button. Let me get this off for a second so you can see what I'm talking about on my main screen. See where I got to smash that like button over there under news. Don't y'all think that's cool? Boy, y'all chatting away now. Now let's see. Now listen what Betty Bob say. It took 3 weeks. I got a call. Okay. So y'all need to be listening. Our brother Harold, USMC, Simplify. I think I said it right. In the room, y'all show some love and some respect. Anybody coming into the room, family, y'all welcome. Newcomers are welcome. Now, Betty Bops for community care had an appointment for me. Okay. Now, Love say, Betty Bops, I totally agree. Good solution. Since when do the VA follow the rules? Have y'all found the patient advocates? And for those you don't know what we're talking about patient advocates. It's just a side note on what we're talking about now. Patient advocates at every clinic in the VA hospital system, the VA healthcare system, at every hospital, they have clinics in there. You should be able to get a patient advocate that can help you if you have an issue. You want to change your doctor. Something is not being addressed. You can go through a patient's advocate. Yes, indeed. Your appointment is too far out. and they have seem like a effective patient advocates. How good have they been with y'all? What would you give them? Would you give them a thumbs up? The patient advocate. I'm gonna put that patient advocate. Would you give them a thumbs up in your experience or a thumbs down? What would you give them? What would you give them? If you've ever used a patient advocate, would you give the patient advocate a thumbs up or would you give them a thumbs down? So Rose City D said he give the patient advocate, that's what we're talking about, a thumbs up. Patient advocates, people that help you when you're having problems at the VA hospital getting appointments and with your doctors, changing doctors. Hal say he give them a thumbs up. Rose City D say a thumbs up. Now, let us continue with what we're doing. We thank y'all for being so incredibly patient. We just want to, this is an interactive video, so that's the way we're doing it.
The smart or good ideas for reforming the VA to make it a service that veterans appreciate even more.
No.
Give me a second now. Anybody else in here who doesn't know, put a question mark if you don't know what a patient advocate is. If you don't, somebody put the definition of a patient advocate, what they actually do. Put it in the chat, please. And we're going to get past this commercial, okay? All right. We're past commercial. Let's see what our sister Betty Bops and our sister Betty Bob say. I give them a 9. However, their hands are tied. Also, that's why you call the VA White House immediately. What's the VA White House? Immediately after the patient advocate. Follow chain of command first. Okay, so go to patient advocate, then go to them. What is the VA White House? Please tell. Oh Lord, this thing started on its own. It's getting on my nerves. I had stopped it. All right, we're gonna tell me what the VA White House is, please. I'm not familiar. Bionic Woman says, hi, Harold. And then Love say, I just saw the Congress hearing with all of the service organizations complaining on the VA cuts and how the cuts is affecting veterans now. I said they had about 3 of them. I watched about 2 of them. Yes, indeed. They didn't do just one. They've been complaining like the VSOs, American Legion, DAV, Veteran of Foreign Wars, because they get funding from the federal government. Huh? Now they're trying to show you how much they do for you. Now, Rose City D say helps patients. This is what the patient advocates. So y'all don't know what we're talking about. Let me make sure I got that, because I put the word patient advocate. I asked them what is to define it in there. What do they do? And our brother giving us a definition. Patient advocates help patients navigate the healthcare system, can communicate with their healthcare provider, and access resources and support. Couldn't have put it better. And then Love say, hello, Harold. And then Charleston says, Betty Bops, I bet you did red line request chits also on active duty. That's some Navy talk there. I don't know what that is. y'all inside joke on that one. Then Harold say, hi, everyone. Glad that you're here, Harold. Now let's get back to the video.
I think it is wise.
Let me get her back up on the screen. Let me see. Can I
that we take a look at that and reinvest those resources more efficiently into providing, the services across the government that we as a public and a nation, and not just veterans, need. But when it comes to, the VA specifically, I think one of the smartest things that former Secretary Bob McDonnell did when he was the Secretary of the VA was bring in folks from the private sector who believed in government, but also believed that government could work more efficiently and effectively for especially our nation's veterans. And I think that mindset at the VA is still one that I personally would welcome. I think that we want the VA, especially with the amount of resources that the American taxpayer is investing in it, to be giving the best-in-class care to veterans that the American taxpayers are hoping that veterans are getting. And, we have, for the last decade plus, all witnessed access issues. VA still has best-in-class care, but if veterans can't get connected to that care, that's a problem. And I think it's something that we relentlessly need to stay at as a nation. And I also think that we should all welcome outside-of-the-box thinking.
Anybody in here has an appointment that's too far out? I got one that's a few months. I didn't get to mine, so it's going to be about 3 months out or more. Might be a little more out. Who has an appointment that's more than 3 months out? Let us know, family. Who has an appointment that's at least 3 months out? So Betty Bob says she got one that's 28 days. All right, so that's a month. Who has one that's at least how many? Let me see here. Okay. Why it ain't showing on there? Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm making sure now. Let's read your statements here. Rose City D say Harold USMC salute. Then we got Love say Betty Bob's good information. Thanks for sharing. Then our Betty Bob say she had one 28 days out. And Rose City D say, wow. Now, explain that, sister, because you say we don't supposed to be that far out, waiting on no appointment. Go to the emergency room if it get bad. Now, Love say, I saw her at the Congress hearing today. She spoke at the hearing. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't get to see her. Now, Betty Bob says 28 days. You better call them out. Till you go to send me, tell them to send you back to the community. Okay. I'd rather do the community anyway. Army George say October 2025. However, if I want a community care. Okay, so it's October if you're trying to get the community care. Understandable. Let's continue, family. Just want to catch up on the chat because this part of the program is interactive. So let's get back to it. Ain't nothing to do but to do it.
Inside government to help make sure our nation's veterans get access to the care and the benefits that they deserve and earn.
Allison, I know you're tight for time today, so just one more question from me. Speaking of the private sector, there's been some concern here in Washington, D.C. and in other communities around the country about the potential downstream impact of these cuts on industries that really rely on veterans for their workforce as well, including defense contractors. Are you hearing any concerns on that front from where you sit?
I think the concerns more largely when it comes to downstream impacts is that I think that a lot of folks are focused on Washington, D.C. and their frustrations around what happens in Washington, D.C., those people who are working and getting paid in Washington, D.C. In a way that feels, that it's not delivering for the American people. But what people need to remind themselves of is that the federal government is coast to coast. The federal workforce is coast to coast, and there are veterans who are employed coast to coast. And so you have actual communities who rely on, for example, Department of Defense installations to be the economic engine of their community. And so the cuts to the workforce there will have cascading impacts on those communities for the workers who may no longer have a job and won't be, investing in that community anymore. And so I think more broadly, whether it's veterans, or the rest of the federal workforce. We need to think about how this is something that is far reaching, well outside of Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much for joining us on Rising today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Allison.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up next, President Trump's latest immigration policy might not.
Okay, family, come on now, tell me what y'all think. How y'all feeling about it now? Tell me what you think about it. Where you in on it? Are veterans with federal hiring preferences being targeted by DOGE, the president's program that's ran by Elon Musk? Do you think we have something to be concerned about, or is it a whole bunch of hype? All right. Let us know if you're worried. Huh? Put something that's showing that you're nervous. A nervous, scared emoji in the chat. If you're cool, put the little man with the glasses on. If you ain't sweating it, you don't think it's no big deal, put him with the little shades on. The little man, the little head, the little emoji with the shades on. Let us know. Let us know, fam. Let's see here. I'm looking for something here. We're about to pull up on, see what we got here. Now, let's see what we got here. So we got Betty Bob says, oh, Charleston Zimmerman, when I started losing my sight in the right eye. Oh, I don't know if y'all want me putting it up there. Y'all may not want my daughter to get on my nerve. I get on the nerves when I be reading everybody's stuff. So it might have been just directly. I'm sorry about that. I'm in the Lord's hand. I'm cool. Let's see what Charles say. Chaos. I heard President Trump, DEI would not include veterans in the cuts. Lie. Hold on. So hold on. You heard that? You say you heard that it wouldn't include veterans, huh? Well, I got a question for you. I got a question. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Are you saying it determined it was a lie? Is that what it happened? Man, it's crazy. Now, Betty Bob say, okay. Oh, she say she got cataracts and was there. Okay. I'm gonna let her chat with okay, she says all right to read it. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I don't want to, because it's going, if I don't do it, it won't be on the video, but I just want to make sure. Okay. Respect. And I apologize, sister. I should have asked you first before I start putting stuff up there. Now let's see. Let's see what Betty Bob said. Brother Charleston got jokes. You gonna ease up off the president. He say he gonna make America great again. He says a place for it for me. It's a place in America for me. Charleston, she said, Charleston, when I started losing my sight in my right eye, they told me I needed to wait a year at the VA hospital. My primary doctor took me to patient advocate. I was crying. Oh, sister, I'm sorry that happened to you. She said I had cataracts from giving steroids in my back when I was in the service. Oh, that's service connected, sister. I hope you're service connected for that, Betty Bops. Are you? Let me ask you this here, Betty Bops. Are you service connected for that? What happened to you? Because when you take a medication in service that causes you other problems, that's automatic service connection for that, Betty Bops. And let me tell you how I know. Had a friend that had a dental surgery in the military. The doctor must have been a real nice doctor. You know how doctors scribble and write everything all messy? But when he wrote down the symptoms and side effects of the medication that he gave him for the dental pain, he had it printed out. And this from 1984. He had it printed out, and we was able to get those records, and he got about, I think, 40%. Would have got more if he'd have listened to me. You hear me out there, hard head? Now, okay, let's see. She say, I'm sorry. I should have said H-Town. Thanks so much. Nah, you ain't got nothing to be sorry about, sister. Rose City D, Betty Bob's hope it's better. We do. Charleston say, that's okay, Betty Bob's shipmate. Navy be sticking together. Navy be sticking together. Huh? What's going on? He say lie detector determined that was a lie. Tell me one thing that the president says, Mr. Zimmerman, that you see as being truthful. Boy, how long do I have this thing go too much? Let me see. Does he say anything that's truthful to you? Now, Betty Bob say, for the back, so my eye doctor was through the community care. Okay. Now, Army George say, if I am a SG worker or a WG worker, I guess that's for the federal government, I would be nervous. That's them high level. You know, they cutting out them big high paying government positions. Or working for Lockheed Martin, Johnson Control. You know, Johnson Control is out of Houston. I saw them when I was in the military. I saw they said their address Houston. They right down here in Houston off 59. And you wouldn't think they was no big company. They just got they like in a what do you call it? Industrial park. Yeah, ain't that a trip? But they've been having contracts with the government for about 30, 40 years. Well, close to 40 years. DENCOR, all the major military contractors, I see cuts big time. You think they're going to cut them? They put too much money in their pocket. These companies put too much money in their pocket. Army George, you think they do that? No. Yeah. Come on, family. Now, let's continue on here. Let me pull myself up. Family, I'm so glad that y'all are here. I'm so glad that y'all enjoying. Do us a favor, like you see on the screen now. Can you do us a favor? If you haven't done so far, smash that like button. You said like button right there to the side of me, that thumbs up. Smash that. Say maybe. Maybe. Question mark. He said once, as a celebrity, you can grab the, he said something about grabbing the meow. Oh, Lord, he did say that. But he said they were saying it was this locker room banter. That's what they said it was. Now, listen what Betty Bob says. The eye doctor is through community care. See, I would want all of it to be through community care. But I know the inside doctor has to recommend it. The eye doctor is through community care. So we're doing the DBQ. Smart, sister. Smart. My niece is not in the service. She has bleeding eyes. Okay. I told my eye doctor, he called her back and contacted a specialist in Illinois. Oh, look at that. Now you see how family looking out for each other. Come on now. Now, their cuts, let me move this over. Their cuts everywhere. That is what CEOs do. Remember what his job was. You're fired. Do now working for the U.S. services is going to suffer. Yeah. Exactly. Now you telling the truth right there. Now let us continue. I really appreciate your patience, kindness, and understanding, family. Now, what we're going to do for a moment here, we're going to check to see if there's any update on VA law. We're going to check to see if there's any update on VA law. Tonight, we might not pull it up on the screen, but we're going to definitely check. Give us a moment. There's no change on the VA law. Last change was December the 18th, 2024. Remember, they were doing a lot of law changes before the end of the year. Then they just stopped. So no law change. So we will continue. Let us continue on our endeavors. Update, my favorite. Yeah, so we're going to see that way you'll know nothing won't blindside you. You feel me? That's the reason we do that, so that nothing, because remember when I start showing y'all all those updates, that kind of bothers y'all. Like, what? All this is going on? Because remember, they were doing them one day after another, some 10 in one day, right before Christmas, right before Thanksgiving. Isn't it interesting that they did a lot of this around the holidays? Isn't that interesting? Now, Betty Bob say community care doctors. I asked straight out for DBQ and all have agreed. Now, she's taught us something. Let me come up on the full screen. Our sister just taught us something. I never thought about asking a community care doctor to fill out a DBQ. Now, isn't that amazing? The doctor that the VA hospital sends you to is doing it. So get it done. So if you get an outside doctor, that's an ailment that you need to get service connected, get that outside before they change the rules on that. And say, y'all cannot fill out DBQs, but the VA hospital is separate from the Veterans Benefit Administration. So while they had it, handle it. Now look what he say. VA is sneaky with them updates. Yeah, they are. They were doing a whole bunch of them until I started showing them. All of a sudden they stopped. Ain't that funny? Huh? Now we on the VA law, family. Let us continue. We've done that today. And remember, there are three major changes. The VA disability benefits in 2025. The one, if you've done it before the law change, your current claim will be locked in. It'll be grandfathered in, so you'll be okay. Mental health, they're getting that's the first change. They're getting away with the 0% rating, and they will no longer be measuring you by your occupational functioning and your social functioning. It will be on something else. And in addition to that, they won't require the work requirement, because it won't be based on your occupational functioning, because you have to have total occupational impairment to get 100% for mental health. Now they're changing it, what it's based on now. It's going to be based on level of functioning, not occupational function. What does that mean? I have no idea. We got to see when they put it out, fam. Levels of functioning. Sleep apnea is another change that they're making. Our brother was telling us about the tinnitus one. We're going to give more details on that. And the third one is going to, sleep apnea comes with side effects. The third one is going to be on tinnitus. That's the 3 law change updates that's coming. And remember that you can get secondary service connection based on your primary service connection. So we went over this before. So look at the chart. You can have tinnitus, and then headaches can be secondary to tinnitus. You can get a high rating for headaches, and then the headaches can make you depressed. Then you could develop sleep apnea because you gain weight. And even though weight gain is not a service connection, it could be an intermediary between depression and sleep apnea. Now, family, let's get on to the job. Veteran news. Let's get to breaking news. Let's see what I got. I hope I pulled up the right one. All right. Give me a second here. I hope I got to get these commercials. No commercials, just, oh, Lord. They doing too much on these commercials. Okay, now here we go. I think this is in Florida. So let's see what's going on here. We kind of doing a reaction video, and we're talking. This is the news about veterans losing their jobs and stuff, because they showing a lot of veterans. I'm sure other people other than veterans are losing their job. That's kind of why not help the people. What about the people that were not veterans? That's what's. So let's see what we got here, fam. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it once I started. Okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat.
I first met David Pasquino at his home in Hobe Sound.
It feels like we don't matter.
It was mid-February, 4 days after he and many other probationary employees at the Department of Veterans Affairs were fired in an email.
Our lives, our service. You know, I'm 100% disabled combat veteran, and the sacrifices that I made don't matter because it's just, I'm an arbitrary number.
Now, he brought up an interesting point, fam. He's 100% disabled veteran. Thank you. So Betty Bob says she can hear it clearly. You can hear it clearly, love. So if y'all want to know if you can work as a 100% disabled veteran, yes, you can. If you have just a regular 100% permanent total, they say you should be able to work if you are TDIU, if you're in a sheltered work environment. But here's the thing. I want to ask y'all this question. Holly, if you hear me, woo! Oh, I can hear you. Now, let me ask you this here. Am I being cynical, family? I'm going to come up on the screen and say it with my whole chest. The man just said that he's a 100% disabled veteran. Could it be possible that DOGE knows he's a 100% disabled veteran? And they say, hold on, he's getting paid 100% disability and he's working full time. He can't do both. But that's not what the law says. The law says he can. Come on now, family. Is it possible they snooping into his personal medical records and going over to the VA and finding out his disability status? Is it possible? Am I being too accusatory? Let me know how y'all feel about that. Because this man said he's 100% disabled, but he was on a probationary status. But so I look at it both ways. He was on probationary status, so it could have been because he was on probation. Could they have looked in there and saw his percentage? Anybody, especially if you 50 to 100%, they like, hold on, you getting 2 double checks? 50-50. They say, you know what they call that? You know what the White House probably calling it? The White House might be calling it double dipping. Huh? But it's not double dipping because he's being compensated for his 100%, but they'll never admit to it. Remember that thing I showed you? Or when they asked Doug Collins, are y'all going into people's VA files, their healthcare stuff? Because they know, Betty Bob say 100%. This sounds like this is going to have to be a live stream. Because y'all keep bringing up the fact that people are hating on us because we get our benefits. So would that be discriminatory for them to fire him because they say, hey, and if there's a pattern of them firing veterans with at least any type of service connection, especially 50 to 100%, and all 100% people get fired. Now let's see what Army George say. It's sad, even at 100%. No, I don't think they knew his percentage. Okay. Probably not. You know. So, but our brother Charleston said yes. DOGE felt he charity hire. Now we got 2 different positions on this thing. We got to talk about this thing. But first, we're going to finish hearing from our veteran brother on his situation. I'm using my Southern vernacular. Do excuse me. I know it's his situation, but his situation. Let us go.
We caught up as Pasquino waited for his flight to Washington, D.C.
I want to spread the word about how this is not right. It was done arbitrarily without any research, due process, or fairness, and it was illegal, immoral, and unjust.
The Iraq War veteran telling me his story caught the attention of California Representative Mark Takano, ranking member of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs.
His office reached out to me and extended an invitation if I would be willing to come up to DC. It makes me feel seen and heard, and it makes me think that I'm not just a number on a spreadsheet.
Pasquino's Washington itinerary is filled with hearings and meetings advocating for veterans and fired VA employees. And he'll cap his trip off as Congressman Takano's guest to President Donald Trump's joint address to Congress Tuesday night.
I want the House, the Senate, I want President Trump and all of his administration to see the impact that this has had on American lives.
Pasquino is one of multiple fired federal workers invited by a Democratic member of Congress to attend Trump's speech.
Wait a minute. Are they trying to sabotage our president? They gonna have veterans in there. What if them veterans start yelling at the president? Is this a setup? And the president can't say nothing that's gonna make the president look bad, but I hope, are they going there to interrupt the president? Now, let's see what we got here. Say, we call that in the Navy, his position was skating and no load. Boy, y'all got some say. Man, where y'all come up with these sayings in the Navy? Really? Man, y'all. Man, where do y'all come up with these sayings? Y'all got some sayings. Oh, y'all, my Lord. Now, so we got Love say, CEOs don't care, just save money no matter what. Army George say, they might hire them back. I don't know. I don't know either. Did y'all hear they hired some people back already? I thought I heard something like that. Now he's clapping his hands. Now look at it. Here go the Navy people float in the middle of the ocean for 6 months. Look, boo. Say, y'all come up with all kind of stuff. Y'all just come up with things. Stuff I ain't never heard before. You say y'all sit out in that water coming up with some stuff. Rose City say somebody might throw a shoe at the president. You remember they did that to George Bush Jr. Like they did to the guy threw a shoe at George Bush. Yeah, because in their country, and you saw he ducked it like the Matrix. You saw George Bush, because they country, the bottom of the shoe in many Muslim countries, that's the filthiest part, and that's like a sign of disrespect. Oh man, yeah, I remember that reporter did that, but I'm not condoning that. Now let us continue. Man, we need to know everybody's position on this thing. All right, let us continue. Well, y'all, I'm enjoying y'all tonight, fam. That's why I said we're going to get in here.
I did reach out to Pasquino's congressman, that is Representative Brian Mast, a Republican and fellow disabled veteran. A spokesperson for his office told me he is making arrangements to meet with Pasquino and looks forward to learning more about his situation. In West Palm Beach, I'm Jamie Ostroff.
You're 5 minutes away from getting Ozempic for weight loss.
Boy, they be coming up with some wild commercials. I guess that's it. I don't know. Let me pull myself up on the screen. Man, they be coming up with all kind of stuff. They be having some weird stuff on here too. So that YouTube, boy, they be letting all kind of stuff I ain't got there. Give me a second. All right, that was the end of that. All right. So now, family, what's going on out there? Let's see what you say. Brave browser has no ads. I'm gonna check that out. Brave browser. Okay. I'm gonna check out Brave browser. Okay. Now, love say CEOs don't have compassion when saving money for their companies. DOGE dog world. What? That's now. Listen what Charleston, brother Charleston says. Well, I guess this was H-Town's state of the country today. What is, man? Look, they don't need to have y'all in this seawater for so long. Y'all are characters, man. This man say state of the country. He gave me another one. He's the gift. This brother is the gift that keeps giving. Keeps on giving. Man, God dog. This man say state of the country. Look, state of the country and Dougie talk. Who comes up with that, man? Somebody's been out on the ship for 6 months or more. Oh man. I don't know how y'all out there and don't lose y'all mind. I know y'all getting the fights. Y'all won't tell us, but I know y'all when y'all out there, y'all getting the fights, don't you? We got in the fights in the military. So in the army, so I know y'all did on that ship. Y'all ain't gonna tell nobody. Oh boy, let's see. Now back to what we were talking, family. We're getting toward the end here. We're getting halfway through it. So we did that. We did the fair use already. And now, family, about the channel, for those of you that are new, everybody show love to Brother Dome. Thank you for joining us, Brother Dome. Thanks for the advice. We appreciate that. Brave browser has no ads. I'm going to check that out. Now, remember, for those of you that are new, because we got people joining us, I'm telling you, family, we can got about since yesterday. Since the last night, we had about 5 or 6 subscribers. No, 5, about 7, 6 or 7. Yeah, so here our mission at the H-Town Vet is to be, of course, interactive, but while we're doing that, informative, respectful, and protective of others' privacy and space, and transparent. If you disagree with something that we say, hey, we here. We stand on what we say, or if we're wrong, we'll correct it. We have no ego here. And our goal is to be troll free. We've been doing that. Let me ask y'all, has H-Town Vet, what would you give me on, if you would rate me 1 out of 5, how have I been handling the trolls? Okay, well, give me 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, what would you give me a 1 out of 10 on handling the trolls? I want y'all honest opinion, because trolls still come sometime. So I know I ain't no 10, but you give me a 1 or 5 or whatever. Tell me what you rate us. Let's say not just me, the channel, how we handling it. Let's say us. What would you rate? Now, it ain't gonna hurt my feeling. So we've been handling the trolls. Now, love say, LOL Charleston. This man is a character. Then Betty Bob say, Dome hi. Then Charleston says, Dome welcome. Then Kevin Cobarcine say, Dome evening. Hey, Dome, I want to thank you so much, Dome, for telling us about doing the Champ VA and getting that out the way. That thing to hit off already 200 views on that. Now, Charleston say a 10. Then Kevin say a 10. And then Army Joy said 9.9. And Betty say 10. Trolls get gone. Now, I'm going to tell you what I did. And, 10 plus 10. Y'all notice we're not having an issue with trolls. Some trolls like to sit back and watch other people be messy. Now, okay, you say VA appointment. You got a VA app. Oh, yeah. We got to do the VA app. Is that what the next one we're gonna have to come up with in the next few live streams? We need to do the VA app. Do we need to go over the VA app? Let us know, family. Now, we are in the doggy dog world now. Many cuts without any compassion. The government can transfer to other departments. Yes. Now, listen to this, and I want y'all to know this. Now, I told you can work and be 100%. Here's the thing. If you're trying to get your 100%, he says, hope so, hope so. And love say 10, A10, H-Town. Okay. Now, you can work with 100%. Yeah, you can. See, that gentleman's working with it. Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't be telling people at my job that I was 100%. That make them feel some kind of way. But your employee might know you're a disabled veteran. I know that. Now, family, let's see. Let's get back to it. We went over the mission. Look, we ain't been about an hour and something in. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Here, your opinion counts. For those newcomers, your opinion counts. You can leave a suggestion at htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. That is our email address. And we do have rules to chat. Early, our brother came in, he spoke. It's good to speak. But if you want to chat, there are rules you have to agree to. You got to stay on topic. You can't be disruptive. Now, we start at 6 p.m. Central Time. So those of you that want to come, click on your notifications so you don't miss a live stream, because tonight we did it. Hold on, let me put my little face to the side. Tonight we did it with what? We did one on an off night. So just make sure you do that, because we will have some live streams are not scheduled. We had one last Saturday that, that's not on the usual days, which is our usual days is Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. But we will have unscheduled live streams. They may occur. And we have one on Saturday, and we have one today on Tuesday. But I just wanted to come in and uplift the family, because this is a long period between Sunday and Thursday. And I want y'all to know I was here for you. I cared about you and all that stuff. I told enough lies for the night. Let y'all know, family, that we are here for each other, and we checking in. Contact information. Our contact information is our email address that we gave earlier, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. And we also have our YouTube handle. If you want to go over there and watch some of our videos, chat over there at H-Town. You can leave comments over there, H-Town Vet Northside, and capitalize the H, the T, the V, and the N. And it's the same as our Cash App if you'd like to donate. That is $ H-Town Vet Northside, capitalize the H, the T, the V, and the N. And we have our PayPal. One person checked it. It does work. I think a couple people pay through PayPal, but most people do Cash App. And we want to give a special thanks to Rose. What's my brother's name? I can't think of his name right now. Something. But our brother gave us $25 donation. And we want to thank our brother Kevin Cobar Sr. for his $10 donation, and Mrs. Kevin Cobar Sr. for her $10 donation. And we appreciate them. They're celebrating their anniversary, so everybody be very supportive of them and thank them for all that they do. They listen to me during the anniversary. You know it's up. I appreciate y'all. Our brothers at 90%, we want to get to 100. Now, if you haven't done so far, smash that like button, family. Smash that like button. Share the program. Please, when you get a chance, share it with a veteran that it could help. And, even though you may share another one, share other videos and tell them about our channel. And please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you're listening and you're not chatting, please subscribe. We appreciate it. That subscribe rate is up. And here are some of our new releases. Our last one, we did it on Champ VA. We want to thank Brother Dome again. I got to go back and thank him, because he reminded me I thought, because I had switched it out at the last minute. And and I want to thank Brother Dome. What Brother Dome, at? I know Brother Dome up in there somewhere. There he is. I want to thank Brother Dome for telling me to go and do this. And it hit good. People are really enjoying it. Since what's the day? The day Monday, right? Is the day Monday or Tuesday? No, the day Tuesday. So 2 days, it's up to 200 views. And that's on a live stream. Now, this one here is very popular too. It's going toward 200 views. The DOGE stimulus check, the $5,000 DOGE stimulus check. And we answer the question, will disabled veterans get the check? If you want to know, look in the video. Don't tell nobody in the chat. Let them look at the video. And then we had the factors affecting 100% rating, 6 factors. We talked about VA educational programs. We talked about incarceration. We talked about concealed carry and being a disabled veteran and your rights to carry, PTSD triggers. We talked about DV place, disabled veteran place in Texas. And go back, look in our library. We really would appreciate it. And here, please go to our channel and look right beneath where it says time. You stay at home, look at our videos and live streams because you're going to learn something from each. So go in there and check and start watching it. Get them views up for me. We'll appreciate it. Now it's time to hear from you. Family, any statements? Now, we went over there, been here about an hour and 45 minutes. I know we were here for over 4 hours the last time. So we at the after party. Any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know. We at the after party. So it's all about you. We toward the end. So if you got any remarks or whatever, first let us know. Is it snowing, raining? What's the weather like where you at? Is it snowing, raining, just freezing temperature, real hot? Let us know what the weather is. And in addition to that, what's the temperature? So family, we did that thing. We did it. Yeah, well, the temperature here in this area is what, 12 degrees below zero. The lie detector determined that was a lie. No, it ain't like that. So let us know, family. Come on and talk to us. Tell us what's going on, what's happening with y'all. If not, we're going to close out because we know we had y'all here for a long time last night. And while y'all doing your comments, I'm going to shout out everybody. Kevin Cobart Sr., you and Mrs. Cobart, we want to say thank y'all for the donation, for y'all taking time out of your anniversary to come and spend time with us. We appreciate you. Love, thank you. And we wish you well. Stay on top of that information they keep asking you for over and over. Well, and Brother Kevin, we got to go over that VA app. I'm going to write it down once I get off of here. Road City D, thank you for being here. Betty Bops, you keep that head up. Don't you let nothing get you down. Huh? If you start feeling sad, go in there and wash them 3 pieces of dishes you got in there. Huh? That'll bring you up because it usually take you a couple of hours to do that. But I'm messing with you. I guess I'm trolling. And we want to say thank you, Army George, for being so honest and giving your unbiased opinion about these things. We thank you so much. And Brother Charleston for the humor, the Navy humor, the shipmate humor. He say 6 months on the ship will do it to you. Anybody just coming into the room, let us know. We want to hear from you too. We just shouting out the people that's been here. Dome, thank you for being so incredibly focused, kind, respectful. Thank you so much. And when you come into the room, I feel a certain amount of energy, man. I don't know what it is about you. Thank you, Dome. Thank you so much. And if I didn't say it, Rose City D. And if I miss you, charge it to my head, not to my heart. Let's see who else we got in here. I don't want to miss nobody. Family, y'all been up on the game here. Brother Harold, J, USMC, United States Marine Corps, him and Kevin Cobart Sr. We thank our Marines. We thank our shipmates, our Navy seamen. We thank the airmen, and we thank the Coast Guard. What they call a Coast Guard? What they call a Coast Guard? He told me before. Coastie told me. I don't know if he's in here tonight. What they call a Coast Guard? They call us soldiers in the Army. Marines are, I guess, Marines. Let's see. I'm making sure I didn't miss nobody. Brother Benny, thank you for the energy and how you change the game when you come up in here and how you bring competent people around. That's what I like about him. He bring Sister Bionic Woman. Thank you so much for being greeting and embracing everybody in the room. We really appreciate it. Let's see. I went over everybody there, and I'm gonna go down and catch the comments we got. Now, look who walked up in the room. Look who, oh Lordy. Let me tell you something. See, some people gotta make a grand entrance. You know what I'm saying? They low key. Okay, hold on. Let me put that down. So please, hey, before y'all leave, tell me what we need to do. I'm gonna write it down now. I got my notepad. Look, I got my notepad. So tell me the topics that we're going to be covering this month. Tell me the topics we're going to be covering. We're going to cover the VA app. Where else can you pick the topic that you can do? The VA app. What else we covering? We're going to cover the caregiver program. Now, what else do we need to cover, family? Tell me some topics that you're interested in. What other topics y'all want to cover? We're going to cover those too. Now, tell me, Alaska Nice, the other app that you say, other than the VA app, is there another app that you use to check your VA claims? What's the one you use to check your VA claim? Now let's see what we got. Oh boy, y'all been chatting away. Y'all wait till I leave, and then y'all get quiet. Say, Love says it's sunny and warm today. High of 60, Southern California. Charleston say, my state, Pennsylvania, PA. Civil service points for veterans is now 10, added. When I took the test in 81, it was 3 points. Oh. Now, here we go. Love. So go back, and you didn't watch the beginning of it. We talked about the veteran preference points and whether the White House through DOGE is trying to get rid of veteran preference points by once the veteran get hired, they letting them go. Let us know. Betty Bob say good night, veteran family. Yes, indeed, sister. And then Charleston say 10 points, not percentage. Okay. Now Kevin Cobarcini say I need a video about caregiver. We're gonna do that. Definitely. We're gonna let me start working on that. One on caregiver. I got that written down. And look, Alaska Nice, she just made her grand entrance. She just brightens my heart. I'm trying not to smile. I'm glad you're here, but I ain't gonna act like it. We're so happy to see our sister. She really does a lot. You know, she been giving me so much information. I have to tell her thank you and appreciate her so much. Now, Love say hello, Alaskan Ice. Betty Bob say Alaskan Ice hi. Then Alaskan Ice say I am still having to send paperwork to long-term disability. I have 2 days to get it to them, so I am mailing it and mailing it. So are you doing it certified mail, express mail? How are you doing this, Sister Alaskan Ice? Love say glad you are here, Alaskan Ice. Alaskan Ice say love, hello. Then Charleston say hi, Alaskan Ice. Then Love say stay on it, Alaskan Ice. Then Betty Bob say Alaskan Ice. It's also quick submit. Now, what's quick submit? Is that's another app? Is quick submit another app? I'm gonna write down quick submit because I don't know if it's another app or not. Let me know some other apps. You had told me about them, Alaskan Ice, like Blue Button. What was you saying? Didn't you call it Blue Button or something? Alaskan Ice. Now Kevin Colborn Sr. say evening, Alaskan Ice, evening. Alaskan Ice say Charleston Zimmerman, hello. Alaskan Ice says love. Okay. Now, Alaska Knight says, anyone have to deal with long-term disability and Social Security disability? And that's another one we got to come up on. We'll do something on long-term disability. Now, when you say long-term through a job, or what program is that? Because I don't know if they have long-term through the VA, or do they have it through Social Security? Let us know. Long-term disability. We'll start looking up information on this too. All right, then we're gonna do one on Social Security, disability insurance. We're gonna do something on that. So you notice I've been trying to do topics that interest y'all. Okay, now Alaska Knight say Kevin Kobar Sr. Hello. Alaska Knight says the VA Health app. The VA Health app. Okay. VA. If you got any information on the VA Health app, if you sent it to me before, just send it to me again. I'm sorry, sister. You may have sent it a while back. If you got any information on VA Health app, send it to me. All right. Now I'm writing this all down. I'm gonna Betty Bob says how to get the DBQ ICD codes to help out the doctor catch up to speed. Now, what's the ICD code? I'm not good with acronyms. DBQ. Are you saying which ones for different disabilities? What are you saying? Because they do have a code on your code sheet that if they look up the code sheet, it'll tell you the disability. They have, by every disability has a code next to it. So tell me what the I, and I'll look it up. But if you got any idea, let me know. ICD, I'll look that up. I'm gonna look that up. So just keep giving me good information here, because now I got it on a notepad. It won't be everywhere. Alaska Knight say Betty Bob's, yes. Now Alaska Knight says Betty Bob's, I use Quick Submit a lot. Quick Submit. I wrote down Quick Submit already. So we gonna be. What was that one that our sister Tonka Toy? She's talking about the AI that helps you real good. They help you formulate things. Betty Bob say Alaska Knights, okay. Then Love say Alaska Knights, your doctor records needs to say your condition is long term. Oh, okay. Now Alaska Knights say I made sure I mailed it with delivery confirmation. Please, if you're mailing things like that, make sure there's a delivery confirmation. They have to confirm that they received it. Somebody has to sign for it. It's very important. Now, Rose City D said, Alaska Knights, hello. And she said, there is a quick submit link. So let me write quick submit. I'm going to put a link right there. All right. Now, Betty Bob say, quick submit is another way to send information and your paperwork. I'm learning. I was still using, you know what I was still using? I was still using My Healthy Vet. Is that similar? Is My Healthy Vet similar? Betty Bob say, submit your claim, quick submit. Okay. So you can submit your claim. Now, Betty Bob says that's the diagnostic code when they are filling out the DBQ. Yes. Okay, yeah, we went over some of them. They should be on the code sheet. Definitely so. We'll look into that, okay? We might have to go over the code sheet again. Now, Alaska Knight say, I went from short-term to long-term when they hired someone to help get Social Security disability. If what you're getting from long-term disability is more than what you're getting from Social Security disability, Oh, okay, they deduct them. Okay, they deduct the difference. Then you get what is left over. Okay, it's an offset, like with military retirement. If you owe because you have to repay the back pay, they will hold that difference until you are paid up. I know they will. They are supposed to pay until I'm 65, unless they, I'm gonna finish up what she said, unless they find a reason to kick me off. Oh, we don't want to do that. My main doctor says that I am completely disabled due to service connected disability, but I have a lot of other disabilities. Social Security states that I am totally disabled, so I don't, and I'm gonna get back up, know why I need to keep doing this. They sending you through the rigmarole. That's unfortunate. Now, here we go. Betty Bob says AI helps give you a lot of information. AI is another app. Now, that AI app, it has a G in there. What's that one that Tonka Toy was telling about? It has a G in there. It's a G in the name of the AI app. Now, Rose City, last night I said Rose City D, hello. Well, family, we're going to get ready to close. Oh, let's see. She's Alaskan. I said, is this your annual review every year? Okay. Is this your annual review every year? Okay, that's the name of it. Family. For the one that Betty Bops knew the name that Tonka Toy told us, write that down. We're going to go over that too. Chat GPT. That's the one Tonka Toy told us about. I miss you, Tonka Toy. And you know you family. I miss you. Now, here we go. Well, family, I'm trying not to keep y'all long. So if we do them and I keep them short, then, but I'm gonna be on as long as y'all chat. But you keep them short, then people come back more often, you know. And that's when I get more views, the more and more subscribers. I ain't gonna lie. Now, then we got Alaska Night says they ask for information every 6 months from long term. So you get long term, Social Security, and your other stuff. Okay, I have 3 to 5 years for Social Security disability, none for 100% permanent in total. So okay, so long term is the only one asking you. Now, come on, sister. Now tell me what you think about what I'm trying to say. Sister, given the situation that you're in, shouldn't you qualify for special monthly compensation, Alaskan Ice? Tell me now. If you're not getting it, shouldn't you apply for it? Because that's extra money given your situation, sister. Now, love say, okay, Alaskan Ice, it's routine. Yeah. So they do that. So every 3 to 5 years, Social Security call you in. When does it get to the point that Social Security don't call you in no more? When does it get to that? Talk to me. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm kind of being invisible. Let me see, can I fix this here, fam? Don't let me pull this up for a second. Our topic for tonight. And let me check something out. I need to check out my because I'm almost invisible. I'm an invisible man over here. Let me see. All right, let's see. I'm checking my background, family. Give me a second. Okay, fam, let's see what okay, I was checking my background. Thanks for y'all patience. Now let's see what we have here. Now our sister saying, let me go full screen on this one. All right. Our sister Alaskan Ice says, let's see, she told me that I read that. Now love say that that's routine. Love say there is a certain age Social Security will stop asking. Do y'all know the age that Social Security will stop asking you? And what y'all think of the thumbnail that I had for the night? Was that pretty decent? What y'all think? See, H-Town be coming up with this stuff. I feel like I'm a little creative. Many times I used to have my niece and my daughter, my two daughters. And veteran federal job preference, job cut. Y'all like how I did that? Kevin said, "Look cool, boy. I got big water head. I want people to pay attention. Look what I did. Now, so here we go. You know, I saw a thing about some people say it's better to get it at 62 if you don't think you're gonna live that long or certain other reasons. But usually you want to wait to 67 or what's the other one? 67 or 69? Which one you get the full money? Let's see." She said, "I believe so. They just close a bunch of claims without rating it. When you switch to regular Social Security at age 67, they don't bug you anymore." Okay, they stop bugging you. Say, that's cool. Okay. Say, cool as a glass of ice water. What you know about that? Very creative. Yeah, so some of it was already on there and I readjusted it. So some of it was there. I just reworded a lot of things and did put some text on it, removed images. See, that comes from watching too much television as a child. When I grew up, we had Saturday morning cartoons. Remember that? Captain Caveman. Who remember Captain Caveman? Who remember Bigfoot and Wild Boy? Who remember Bigfoot and Wild Boy? Come on, give me a thumbs up or why if you remember Bigfoot and Wild Boy. You know how old you are. Who remember Kung Fu Theater? Okay. She said, really like it. Okay. Well, Betty Bops, you came feeling not that good. Now you making me feel good. So thank you, my sister. But either way, you know. Now, you know, if you didn't like it, that'll be cool too. But ain't no problem. Now, Alaskan, I say I had my occupation policy for long term. Okay. After 2 years on long term, they tried to say that you can do any occupation and kick you off to save money. Have you been fighting that, sister? Say Sunday, Gumby, Gumby Sunday. Oh Lord, family, I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all because I be feeling kind of down sometimes, family. I got 2 youngins that I'm putting through school, and sometimes I just be exhausted. I'm like, Lord, I hope no more hidden fees come up, you know. And I thank God, you know, I got y'all to just keep me encouraged because when they call, I'm saying, what happened? What did financial aid say this time? What else you got to pay? Huh? I'm going over to I'm gonna go over to the base, family, and I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of food. I'm gonna grill some food and you know, buy some good fruits and some healthy stuff. We have a few little snacky snacks too now. And so when they get here for what do you call it? For spring break. Now, Captain Kangaroo. Let me ask y'all this here. What state was Captain Kangaroo shot in? Was any of Captain Kangaroo shot in Texas? I think it was another state. I remember Captain Kangaroo. You remember Romper Room? Remember Romper Room? And of course, Captain Caveman. Underdog. Huh? What was the other one? That guy, remember he would always sit. I wish he would tell stories. he like traveled the world, and when his butler get ready to leave, let me tell you about the story. Remember that guy? Remember Bo Winkle? And what's the other one name? Now listen to me say, okay, now back to seriousness. Our sister Alaska Knight said, yes. I asked them, how can I be totally disabled from Social Security and not long term? Really? Because they don't want you getting both. They can't say it though, sister. They can't say it. Come on now. Man, let me tell you something. When Scooby-Doo came out, it changed the game. When Scooby-Doo is still popular today, they made movies behind Scooby-Doo. They had all type of animated cartoons. I watched the ones today too. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Oh, I won't get no copyright strike. Now, Kevin Carbar say Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Now, you know what I loved about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? What I loved about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, I'm like, he had 2 sets of shoes. You know, I grew up poor. So he had some shoes to walk around the house. You know, women had slippers, but in my family, but men walk around with slippers. What? I say, what? And he just, will you be my neighbor? I love, can you imagine the boy from the hood just loving Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers was cool people. And Mr. Rogers was the kind of person, he didn't play, right? And I'm going to tell you, he was so soft-spoken. But when they went to the pool, and they was trying to tell him he couldn't have the black kids in the pool too. He said, well, all of them are God's kids, children. And he said, we're all going to get in the pool. I say, Mr. Rogers kind of gangster, ain't he? That stuff has been segregated. He say, it's okay to break the law. Mr. Rogers is gangster. Quick Draw McGraw. Mr. Rogers was a what? Mr. Rogers was a Marine. That nice guy. Come on. Jabba Jaws. Oh, yes. Penelope Pitstop. Remember? Snaggerpuss. What's the one with our brother, the black man that played on The Shining? Remember Bowleg Cruggers? He played Hong Kong Phooey. Remember Hong Kong Phooey? Now let me get back serious with my sister here. She say I would have to get a lawyer to try to get SMC not really ready for that fight right now because you're still dealing with the long term. Sister, I think you qualify. Hey, it's Fat Albert, the Pink Pepper, and Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish because I eat spinach. See, that's why I know a lot of the stuff like to do art and stuff on these things because I grew up. Some people thought it was a waste of time, but I learned so much from those cartoons, but I still stayed outside most of the time. But Saturday morning, I had to be in there. I love Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, Kung Fu Theater that came on after cartoons went off. Huh? The 5 Deadly Venoms and all that stuff. Did you hear what I'm saying, family? Sesame Street. What's the other one with Morgan Freeman? Sesame Street, Kevin Kobar Sr., you're right. What was the other one? I want you to tell me. Anybody know the other one that went out? You know, it's still not around no more. That Morgan Freeman at the end, he on the street with a big old afro. He was younger then. Say Zoom. Okay, Zoom. I think I remember that. What was the name of the other one? I'll give you a hint. It was similar to Sesame Street, and it had Spider-Man on it. DuckTales, yes. But it had one of the words was what? Company. What was the first word? It was something company. Schoolhouse Rock, yes indeed. And I'm gonna see if y'all get it before I type it in now. Tell me if you remember this here. She already beat me to it. Electric Company. Okay, you beat me to it, Alaska Nights. You always shining over me. Thank you, my sister. She beat me to it. I thought I was going to do it. She got me. Boy, I almost got through typing too. Alaska Nights is definitely right. Now, family, any other topics that y'all want to cover? Because we're going to get ready to close it out. Any other topics? Do we need to go back over the full claims process? Let us know. Yeah, Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super guy. They say, let's say, yeah, #1 super guy. Yeah, that was Catman Struthers, and he played on Chico and the Man. You know, before our brother, you know, he took his life. Freddie Prinze, you know, very gifted comedian. Now, the Littles, I kind of remember. I'm gonna tell you something that was funny in the early 2000s. I was still watching cartoons. I'm gonna tell you something that was funny. What was that? Recess. You talking about the Smurfs? Yeah, I remember the Smurfs too. Thundercats. You know, I was older by then, but I remember the Thundercats. I was still watching some of that. Thundercats. I think that was like an anime. That was like an Asian version, right? Yes, Smurfette. Clutch Cargo. I ain't heard that term in a long time. Clutch Cargo. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, let's see. You know, I was born in '68. Do you remember what was the name of that thing? They had, was he Diaper Man, Cuckoo Man, Rope Man, Strong Man, and they was all superhero, baby superheroes. Y'all remember that? And Betty Bob said, I still watch the cartoons. Yes, I do too. I love cartoons. I'm gonna start watching them more often. I'm gonna tell you what I like to watch because I miss my great grandmother. We used to Columbo, things like that. Captain Planet. Captain Planet was cool, you know. I remember that. I don't know what that is. I remember Voltron. And what was the other one? One was Voltron, and what was the other one? Now I go back, G.I. Joe, Hey Arnold. What was that little Hey Arnold? Grape Ape. Yeah, Grape Ape and Jabba Jaws. What was that shark name? It came on for, and Josie and the Pussycats. He-Man. He-Man was the business then. By the power of Grayskull. Thundercats. Monkey in. What's her name? Chitita, and you had Lionel. Oh man. Thundercats, that's what they would do. Man, you're taking me back. Well, family, we just didn't relive our childhood, and we were still watching them when we were young adults too, because Thundercats came on. I was older. The Monsters, oh Lord, the Monsters. I didn't watch the Addams Family as much. I love the Monsters. The Addams Family, they're was kind of different for me. They was good, but I watched the Monsters because I always, you know what tripped me out? The one normal one, their niece, they made fun of her. The Addams Family, Trapper John, MD, Now my grandmother loved that. My great grandmother loved Trapper John, MD. What was Buddy Epson's show name? I forget what his show was. Cannon, Hawaii 5-0. Say the Monsters was my favorite. The Monsters was so funny because they had so many talented people on there. The wife was talented. The Uncle Festus, man, hold on. Wasn't that Uncle Festus yet? And then Herman the Monster and the daughter and the son. And then when the stairs lift up with that monster up on it, Teenage Ninja Turtles. Their master was a rat. You know what I figured out about that? And for those of you, we in the after party, so we talk about anything. So, you know, for those who watching live or recorded, we just doing our thing. Barnaby Jones. How did I forget about that? Barnaby Jones and Globetrotter cartoon. Yeah. Now, they had an MC Hammer cartoon. Who else had their own cartoon? there were 3 athletes that were at the top of their game. One played basketball, one played hockey, and hockey was invented by, it's an African thing. It was invented by Black people over here in Canada. Go look it up. They used to play it in the sand. Yeah, it's hockey was invented by it. The Jackson 5 had their own cartoon. Mr. T had his own cartoon. He had his own cartoon and own cereal. No, we say, what is what that for? He said, one moment. Now let me see. Let me see, man. We got to go back and start watching some of those. You remember when they would have it, and it was a little cartoon. They had these little clips, and it was like when Rocky and Bullwinkle would come on, and then they would have this guy talking about, let me tell you a story, and he trying to get out the room. The Harlem Globetrotters, yes. One of Curly. Curly is actually from Norfolk, Virginia, I believe, because I saw him up there at a mall in Military Circle Mall in Norfolk, and he had come back up there doing stuff, for the people there. And he saw me. I think he kind of waved at me because I stood off, because I was in awe of him as a child. I was a grown man then. Chips were the bomb, man. Chips, I love Chips. I don't think they're going to be able to recreate nothing like Chips. Which one did you like best? Chips or Starsky and Hutch? Starsky and Hutch. Which one did you like the most? Chips or Starsky and Hutch? Let us know. Airwolf, I haven't heard that one in a while. Kid and Play had their own cartoon. I didn't know that. Three's Companies, man, I watched that all the time. Three's Company was my show. Oh man, don't bring up Lassie. Sanford and Son just changed the whole game. Sanford and Son was an unapologetically Black show that didn't do a whole bunch of buffooning. I did like the Jeffersons, but he did a lot of buffoonery somewhat. But he was strong too. Battlestar Galactica was good. Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek. But Sanford and Son, he Red Fox, he came to Harlem the same time that Malcolm X, and they were homeless and they would sleep on top of the roof together. Because he came from he was called, both of them are light skinned, so they called him Kansas City Red because he's from Missouri, Red Fox, and they call I forget what they call him, Missouri, Illinois Red or something else, for Malcolm X. Oh, that's what it was. I didn't know Bo Jackson was one of them. I knew Michael Jackson and Wayne Gretzky was two of them, but I didn't know Bo Jackson. Now, I want y'all to know something. Who was multi-talented like that? Really, a few, but Primetime. That's his name, M.G. Magoo. I'm gonna have to look him up. Thank you for letting me. M.T. Magoo. I have to look that up. I gotta look that up. M.T. Magoo. I gotta look that up. The Dukes of Hazzard. Who didn't like? What you say? Here come that girl with them Daisy Dukes on. When the Dukes of Hazzard came out, I couldn't stop watching it. I forget what were they out of? It was out of Tennessee, or was it the Carolinas, wasn't it? Were they in Georgia or North Carolina? Where was it set at? Boss Hall and Roscoe Pico Train. Mr. Magoo. Okay, Mr. Magoo. Let me write that down. We're not going to leave it to Beaver. I love you. Leave it to Beaver. Green Acres, Petticoat Junction, Dobie Gills. I remember that name, but I don't know. Patty Duke. Patty Duke was a great actress. You know, she had mental problems, but she was a teenage superstar. What's happening and what's happening now? Who could not know about the Andy Griffith Show? That, you know, and he played Matlock too, right? Family. What's happening? What's happening now? Hee haw, pain, agony on me. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, unless the horse is Mr. Ed. I forget how I say it. Hey, Wilbur. I remember that. The talking horse. That's my mama. That's my mama was my show. That's my mama. you know, because after the 60s, they started letting, black people were able to get shows that were authentic, that reflected our culture, and I appreciated that. And I like Chico and the Man because it showed Hispanic culture. I like that too because I grew up in Houston where it was some of both. Family, we gonna keep it going. See, we got all the information done. We was able to chat with each other. And I ain't gonna hold y'all because I want y'all to come back so we can talk more about this stuff. But we get the information out first. When we start the live streams, I'm not gonna talk to y'all or the chat until we get the information out. That way, other people that just want to watch it, I'm learning that they want. Some people just want to hear the information. They watch it recorded, and so we get our way, and then we can chat as much as we want to. Dennis the Menace. Who was the most? Which one was more treacherous? Dennis the Menace or what was Leave It to Beaver's brother name? Eddie Haskell, his friend, his big brother Betty friend. Who was worse? Dennis the Menace or Eddie Haskell? Hi, Mrs. Cleaver, and she knew he wasn't no good. I didn't know. Hold on. Did the actual Dennis the Menace went in the Navy? So why would he go in the Navy and he was a superstar? I wonder that about a lot of people. Let me ask you, who Henry Ford was in what? And which somebody was in the Navy that was a very famous actor. I can't think of them. A few of them. I know Sidney Poitier was in the Army. Bill Cosby was in the Navy. What was Henry Ford in? Not Henry. Did I say his name right? Who got caught with that? Oh, Dennis the Menace. Oh. Now, Big Hoss was in the military. I didn't know Big Hoss was in the military from Bonanza. Now, isn't he from Texas? He from somewhere. He might be from Texas. He's somewhere down south, but he had went to college. We Big Hoss, Little Joe Cartwright. Man, who used to watch Big Valley? Now I'm gonna tell you something. That was a pretty woman there. Linda Evans. Was that what did I say her name right? She played on Dynasty later on, but when she was young, Linda Evans was a very beautiful woman. And Miss Kitty on Gunsmoke. I like the second Festus. I liked him better. The other one was cool too, but the second one played his game. Well, family, y'all been here. I'll talk to y'all all night. We're about to be at 2 hours and 28 minutes. I want to thank y'all for joining us, for being here. Let me ask y'all this here. Do y'all think I need to shorten it down or just let the whole thing be on when it comes to these videos, just let the whole thing be on there? So I'm gonna just keep the whole thing, huh? Now, Charleston says, I met Jay North. He was a seaman E3. Wow. Now let's see. Wow. Bob Davis Blocker. Okay, December 10th, 1928 through May the 13th, 1972. was an American television actor and Korean War veteran who played Haas Cartwright. Wow. In the NBC Western show series Bonanza. Did not know that. I didn't know that. He just seemed like a big old gentle giant. You know, he just seemed cool people, you know. That you could relate, you could resonate with him, you know what I'm saying? I like Bonanza because they dealt with the danger of it. Did Bonanza and Big Valley, didn't they do an episode together before? Did they ever do an episode together? I thought I saw them on, because remember, Big Valley, the mom was the matriarch, and in Bonanza, the dad was the patriarch. Come on. I got to get out of it because people keep coming back into the room, family. But I want to thank y'all. If you put any more comments, I'll read them before I shut down. I want to thank y'all for being here. We thank you for your support. We just made 2.5 hours. And we want to thank y'all for being here, your support. Look, she said, oh, let me tell you something. Isn't Vic Van Dyke still alive? Is one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. Before he was a famous performer, he served in the U.S. military. Oh, man. And I want to give special, I got to say this before we get out. Gene Hackman, him and his brother, something the third, this black brother. These are two actors. I'm going to bring them up next time that we're here. Gene Hackman is one of the greatest actors that ever walked this earth. He knew how to act in a way. He pulled the truth out of it. You know, other people, they can play themselves pretty good, or almost every movie they kind of themselves in different forms. You know, they great. Even Denzel, he kind of plays himself. But Gene Hackman, my Lord, this man could play. You need to see this man. He played with Denzel in Crimson Tide. They had that thing going. Gene Hackman was a fellow Marine. What? Gene Hackman was in the Marines. So no wonder when he made that movie, he was in the military, he knew what he was talking about. Because usually people get it wrong, but he didn't. Oh, man. Rick Van Dyke Show was good also. Because I like that. And I'm going to tell you, y'all didn't watch Lucille Ball? The Lucille Ball Show? I like the Lucille Ball Show. You might love. She just cracked me up. I hadn't seen too many people that were redheads like that, and that just cracked me up, you know. But you couldn't really tell on the television, but I saw her on later because she had came on the Three's Company. Family, thank you for joining us. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you. And until next time, family, we went over the topic tonight and we answered the question. He said, Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons, okay? And the Waltons. We answered the question. We're continually trying to answer the question. Oh, no, hold on. Now I got to come back up on the screen. See, I can't close out. Let me tell you something. The Golden Girls is one of the best comedy shows that ever existed because I don't know nothing else that would, other than Sanford and Son, that could make you laugh for real. I mean, they had sharp humor. I mean, they were. I got to go watch the Golden Girls. Man, those 4 women there, and the one that played Maud. Oh boy! And you know, she went on to that show because she used to be on the All in the Family, and she had a spinoff show Maud. And then there's Maud, and then Good Times was a spinoff of Maud. I don't know if y'all knew that. Yeah, because she actually played the mother. Florida Evans played that was they what do you call it, maid or housekeeper or whatever. Yeah, and she ended up getting her own show. Now, fine, let's see. White's Golden Girls co-star Bay Arthur, and I hope I said that right, did actually enlist in the military during World War II. Oh, served as a typist in the Marines. Wow. Apparently, she displayed the same gruff exterior that she used. Okay. Oh, all right. Alaska Nights say for her character, Dorothy Z, via the National World War II Museum. We got to check that out. We got to start talking about good night, family. Okay, good night. We got to get out of here. We got to start talking about famous people that have been in the military. We got to do that. We got to do a special tribute to that, because, even George Bush Sr., he went down in an aircraft. It crashed. Did you know that? The dad? Then Alaska Night says, fellow Marine Shirley were thankful Bernice Franklin, better known as B. Arthur, was a friend traveling down the road and back again as a truck driver in the Marine Corps Women Reserve during the war. Wow. Alaska Nice. That's why she's so oh, and we forgot Alice. Remember Alice? Mel, kiss my grits. And then she say World War II. And then Betty Bob say Woman's Month March. Okay. I gotta write down Woman's Month. We gotta do something for Women's Month. Y'all send me some ideas on what we can do for Women's Month. Ladies, let us know. We want to honor y'all, and especially our female veterans, okay? We want to honor you. We're going to do some things for that. So, family, good night. Last night, say good night. I want to say thank y'all for being so incredible. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, family, see you on Thursday.